The buzz about a new shop in the city, dubbed the Wishing Man, spread like wildfire. Whispers carried tales of its peculiar ability to grant wishes, albeit within reason. Intrigued by the rumors, my friends and I decided to embark on a journey to see this mystical place for ourselves. Upon arriving in the city, we sought out the Wishing Man, tucked away in a quiet corner. Its unassuming exterior belied the fantastical tales that surrounded it. Stepping inside, we were met with shelves adorned with curious antiques and oddities. "So, this is the place that grants wishes?" Emma, one of my friends, mused as she examined a dusty trinket. "That's what they say," I replied, my voice tinged with skepticism. "But I'm not sure I buy into it." Still, the allure of the unknown beckoned us forward. We approached the counter, where a solemn-looking man stood, his gaze piercing yet enigmatic. "Welcome to the Wishing Man," he greeted us in a voice that seemed to echo with secrets. "How may I assist you today?" Gathering our courage, we each made a wish, the air heavy with anticipation. The Wishing Man nodded solemnly before informing us that we would receive a text message once our wishes were fulfilled. As promised later that day, my phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. "Your wish has been granted. Please return to the Wishing Man to finalize your contract." Intrigued, yet wary, we returned to the shop, where the man presented us with contracts. The sight of the document, coupled with the request to use our blood as a binding solution, sent shivers down our spines. "This seems unusual," Marcus, another friend, muttered, eyeing the contract warily. "Agreed," I replied, my mind racing with uncertainty. "But if it means our wishes come true—" With hesitant hands, we signed the contracts, pressing our thumbs onto the parchment, the sting of our blood sealing the deal. As we left the Wishing Man, each of us clutching our fulfilled desires, excitement buzzed in the air. Marcus couldn't stop grinning, already envisioning acing his upcoming exam with the help of his newfound knowledge. "I can't believe it actually worked," he exclaimed, his voice tinged with disbelief. Emma's eyes sparkled with anticipation. "I can't wait for my perfect date," she gushed, her thoughts already wandering to romantic evenings and candlelit dinners. William stared at the set of car keys in his hand, a mix of awe and confusion crossing his features. "I guess I have a car now," he mused, the reality of his wish sinking in. Olivia and I exchanged glances, our newfound wealth burning a hole in our pockets. "Looks like we won't be broke anymore," I joked, relief washing over me. As we parted ways, each of us eager to see our wishes through, a sense of unease lingered in the air. The cryptic rules and the mention of consequences gnawed at the back of my mind, but the allure of our fulfilled desires overshadowed any doubts. That night, as I counted the crisp bills in my hand, the price of our wishes seemed too good to be true, and I couldn't shake the feeling that we had unwittingly entered into something far more sinister than we had imagined. Yet, in the glow of our newfound fortunes, the warnings of the contract were easily dismissed. As word of our miraculous wishes spread, the allure of the Wishing Man grew stronger, drawing more and more people to its mysterious doors. We regaled them with tales of our fulfilled desires, showcasing the tangible proof of our newfound fortunes. The shop became a hotspot, with eager patrons seeking to make their wishes a reality. For a time, life was a whirlwind of luxury and indulgence. We reveled in our wealth, wishing for frivolous things without a second thought. After all, why not? It seemed like an endless bounty with no consequences in sight. But as the days turned into weeks, a subtle change began to take hold. We became consumed by our desires, our wishes growing grander and more extravagant with each passing day. And with each contract signed in blood, a piece of our souls slipped away, lost to the insatiable hunger of our greed. The once vibrant city streets now echoed with a sense of horror as those around us began to exhibit strange behavior. It was as if they were mere shells of their former selves, hollow and vacant, their eyes glazed over with an otherworldly fervor. The bigger the wish, the more pronounced the change, until it reached a point where we could no longer ignore the disturbing transformation taking place around us. Enough was enough. We rallied together, determination burning bright in our eyes as we marched towards the wishing man, ready to confront him like we owned the place. But when we arrived at the spot where the shop once stood, we were met with an empty street, devoid of any trace of the mysterious shop or its enigmatic proprietor. As we stood in the empty street, our hearts pounding with fear and uncertainty, a chill swept over us. "Where did it go?" Emma's voice trembled as she scanned the desolate surroundings. "I don't understand. It was right here," William muttered, disbelief etched on his face. "Maybe it moved," Marcus suggested, though his tone betrayed his unease. But deep down, we knew it wasn't that simple. The wishing man had vanished without a trace. Panic clawed at the edges of my mind as I realized the gravity of our situation. "We have to find it. We have to fix this," Olivia insisted, her voice tinged with desperation. Days turned into weeks, and still, there was no sign of the shop's return. With each passing day, the once lively city grew quieter, the streets empty and lifeless. It was as if the wishing man had taken more than just our desires. It had stolen the very essence of life itself. And then, one by one, my friends began to disappear. Without warning, they vanished into thin air, leaving behind only memories of their existence. I was left alone to grapple with the consequences of our greed, trapped in a world of our own making, where the price of our wishes had come at a cost far greater than we could have ever imagined.